Hello. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial on these Victorian cakes I've been doing lately. That's how I describe it, as Victorian era cakes. They have a lot of detailed piping. Um, the ones that the one that I'm doing today, it comes in blue, yellow, or pink. And so I always frost the cake first, then let it dry for a couple days. Then I put the paint, the main color of the paint on, and I let that dry. Or you can actually do it while it's wet. You can pipe on while it's wet, and I actually do like that better. But this one dried. I have a lot of orders to do, so that's okay. I'm just going to do it this way. I just want to let you guys know these little cherries. I've been getting a lot of comments on my pink cherries, and so these little clips that you see in the background, that's for the cherries. So the cherries come in red. I paint them pink, and then they dry on these little clips. I just hang them because there's this little hole right here. I don't know if you could see that. And then I just hang them on the hook, and then that's where they dry. So that's why those clips are in the background. But if you want to paint your cherries pink or gold or yellow or black, whatever color you want, they're really cute. Okay, so let me demonstrate this. I'm trying to do a different angle today because I'm realizing that my angle is not that great sometimes for you guys to see. So I really want you to see this. I'm starting with a star tip. Just go up and pull down, up and pull down. So the spackling straight out of the bucket comes out a little gray. So you can add paint to the spackling, or you can paint it after. So if you want a nice striking white, you're going to want to add some paint before or add some paint after. The only thing with adding the paint before is that sometimes then the frosting gets really soft and hard to work with. So yeah, that's why I don't always recommend that. Like a stiffer frosting would be good for anybody who's just starting out. It's much easier to work with. Okay, and then I do these little hills. Half circle. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Arch. Okay, and then you go all the way around the cake with that. And I'm looking at a picture for a reference. It's the cake I already did, but I need to look at references. That's just how I work. So, and then this is like a little three, it's like a teardrop. You go up, bring it down, one to the side, another to the side. So there's three of them. It's funny because I'm shaking right now because I usually work really fast, and my thing is I feel like the faster I work, the less shaky the work is. But trying to do it slow by demonstrating, it's making me shaky. I feel like it's kind of like riding a bike. If you ride a bike really slowly, you know, like when a little kid starts to ride the bike really slowly and then, you know, it's hard to steer, the steering wheel is like going like this. But if you you know, I told my kids like pedal faster, and then the momentum gets you going smoother. It gets you going faster and smoother. That's kind of how I feel. Same for decorating. The slower I go, the shakier I am. Okay, so there's those little things. Okay, and then there's dots in between. Four. Or 3. Okay. Looks like 3 fits better. Okay, so that's the bottom detail. Now on the top, I'm going to mark it. So there's these swags, and I'm going to mark it so that it's even. So I just make a little mark right here. So you're like cutting the cake in half. And then there's going to be 3 on each side. So it's 6 total. So I lost my mark. Okay, there's my mark. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, wait, here we go. Mark. Mark. Okay, so in between the mark, you have to cut it in thirds. So if I really wanted to be detailed, I could measure it out, but I kind of eyeball it. So if you guys want to measure it out, go for it. Okay, so there's the original mark, 1 swag, 2 swag, 3 swag, and then I need to make 2 more over here. So here's another one. And there's another one. And there's a shell border on top, so that won't be seen, that little mark. And then this is 3 swag. Each swag actually is 3 lines. So I'm going to do it straight, which is actually what I usually do. So you just go point to point. Oh, yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Like if you want to paint it, you want to paint that base color blue. And then do the frosting immediately. It's going to stick better. Okay, so then you're going to go around with 2 more. I'm going to do these kind of fast. And then another one. So this is something kind of funny that I've noticed that I've done through the years when I decorate. When I'm doing the lines, I tend to hold my breath. I think there's something about like when you breathe in and you breathe out, your hand moves, you know, like your hand would move kind of a little bit, like as you breathe in, breathe out. So I tend to hold my breath when I'm doing the lines. And I don't know, for me that works, but don't pass out. Okay, so then the bottom swag gets a little bead. So you go right over the top. And you make the little beads. Okay, and then we come back to, I'm sorry, no, let's do this. This is another little detail I add right on top. It's like this little swirl. And it kind of has a tail. Okay, and then I come back with the star tip. And I do this, it's similar to this little design on the bottom, but upside down. So I go 1, okay, let me do that again. You bring, it's like a no, it's a teardrop. Yeah, it's a teardrop. So that one's like an upside down teardrop. This one's like an actual teardrop. Go down and pull up, down, pull up, pull up. Okay, and then above that, I come back with one little dot. And then I put a shell border on top. Okay, and then, oh, the very last detail, let me grab something real quick. the little flower. So you can stick this in now or later. If you stick it in later, you just have to glue it in. Either way, I put extra glue. So these tiny little flowers, they are, you can buy them at craft stores, Amazon, and I put one above each where the swags connect. And you just press it in. And that's the nice thing about these styrofoam cakes. They can easily be punctured. Very easily. So, but yeah, I usually add a little bit of glue at the end just to make sure it stays in place. And so that's it. Hope you like that one. Let me know if you guys are trying these cakes and how they're turning out. I'd love to know. Okay, and then obviously I decorated all the way around, but this video is getting a little long, so I'm going to stop it right there. But you get the idea. Okay, thanks. I'll see you soon.